Welcome back to another banger Switch Sports Golf video. It looks like right off the bat, first game of the video, we find a pretty formidable opponent. I guess his name is Infinity, but he's only an S8, so I wonder if he's been in Infinity before and he's just down a little bit, down a few ranks, maybe lost a few games. Kind of like I am right now. I'm back in S6 from S7 because I have been playing like absolute toilet water the past few days. But the lobby is actually pretty interesting. Other than myself and Mr. Infinity, everybody else was A rank or lower. I think there was like a B or a C rank player in the lobby.
Nice shot.
But listen, it is a beautiful summer morning today. I've just made some coffee. I'm ready to tear up the Spocco Square golf course. I'm ready for some great games today. Going to look for a few wins, going to look to gain some more rank today. And that is black coffee, by the way. If you put cream in your coffee, I think you are destined to micro putts and lip outs for the rest of your Switch Sports Golf career. No, I'm just kidding. That would be extremely weird if something such as that in real life could affect an inanimate video game. That would be some sorcerer stuff right there, which I don't think Nintendo is capable of, but enough chit-chat here. Let's get back to the golf. I am currently tied for first with Infinity. I guess kind of weird calling him Infinity. That's his name.
Nice shot.
I think we need to think of a nickname for them. I'm just going to call them I from now on. I am tied for first with I on 10 points. I think we're the only ones to only ones to birdie that hole. Thankfully, we didn't bogey that last hole. But on to hole 9. Looks like I gave the driver a tad too much power there. Shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, we can still chip onto the green, no problem. It's just, I guess, a little bit more difficult. The motion controls are way more sensitive when you're on the rough. But yeah, we can still chip easily. But it's not an easy pin position because the hill that we're going to land on is so aggressive. You'll see what I mean when I hit the green. Okay, well that was not nearly enough power, but you see the hill just kind of to the right where my ball is? Like this one right here. If I were to have landed on it from the chip, it would have rolled me like so far to the left. And the pin, or the hole, obviously is at the back, so it's really hard to judge your chip when the pin is in this position. It looks like I is having some extreme putting troubles here. So am I. Cheeky little lip out there. Thankfully, I will sink par though. I'm not relegated to a bogey, so I will take a 2-point lead over I, who again is the S8 player, so a win over them would be some pretty good rank to beat somebody higher ranked than me. But I am still tied for first, this time with player K, who got a birdie there. Yeah, that last hole is my fault. I should have given it more power on the chip, just so I didn't have to putt on such an extreme side hill. Yes, I did lip out, which is a little bit unlucky, but at the end of the day, that was just totally a skill issue. I should have just adjusted more for the topography of the green, so can't really complain there about a lip out. Here, I think 3.5 with no backspin, maybe even a little bit more than 3.5.
Nice shot.
With the 5-iron, of course. Okay, not too bad in terms of power. If I'd got the aim right there, the power would have been good enough for the hole-in-one. But I just over-adjusted a little bit for the wind. And a pretty free birdie putt there. And you'd love to see this. K with the par, so K is dropping off. I have solo control over first place. I is up in second, and I guess we'll just call that guy X, because why not at this point? We're just giving everybody one-letter nicknames. So I and X tied for second. Solo control of first place lies in my hands with 2 holes left to go. Some more strong wind here on resort 3.
Nice shot.
Ooh, curved my shot to the right there and didn't give it full power. It shouldn't be a big deal. But a little bit worrisome.
Nice shot.
In the sense that I guess I just had a lapse in focus. Which I can't really be doing ever if I want to win the golf games. Alright, so I'll go a little bit under full power. I'm thinking everybody's just going to get birdie here.
Nice
And if that's the case, I'll hold a 2-point lead going into the final hole. Which is what I would like to see. Now,
nice on.
to be honest, haven't been playing that great this game. Like, this is not a very good approach whatsoever for being on the fairway on hole 3. I will think birdie putt. Those are relatively flat putt. So it is 10 points after all. But like I said, hasn't been my best game so far. Had that par on 9. And then not a very good approach on 3. I guess my gameplay on hole 7 and hole 2 was pretty good. But that's only like 50% of the holes so far. I've played well. But last hole here, what do we got? Hole 11. I do like to see this when I have a lead. Because assuming I sink birdie, which I will be able to do, one of these 2 players is going to have to get a hole-in-one to beat me. It is possible, but the chances of that happening is relatively low, and so... Although it is pretty easy wind. Okay, well, let's see what happens here.
Nice shot. Nice approach.
Okay, and I think that ball that just flew past the screen was I's ball. So with this sunk putt, that will be a W.
Nice birdie.
And it wasn't the prettiest win, but a win is a win, and that will be, I hope, a decent amount of rank. Like, I did beat the S8 player, but everybody else in the lobby was pretty low ranked, so I don't even know if I'll get a lot of rank here. It was a 2-point performance. Honestly, I didn't play well, but neither did I. I think it could have been tied. Like, his I's putt on hole 9, I think he lipped out or something like that, but... Anyway, a win is a win, that's all that matters. And it was a decent amount of rank. Slowly making my way back to S7, and I will see you guys in game number 2. Alrighty, game number 2 here. Let's look at the lobby. It seems to be a little bit better than last lobby. I think just an overall rank. We have S4 player, S3 player. You know what? If I win here, I might get like the same amount of rank as last game. Looks like we have a rematch with X, who is an A rank. I think I also beat him by 5 points last game, so sorry not sorry, X. You've no chance at winning this game. Although, anything can happen. At the end of the day, we are playing Switch Sports Golf, where, yeah, like I said, literally anything can happen in this game. As I mentioned previously, and as you saw last game, I haven't been playing too well, so you never know. X could steal the win off of me. So hole 17, first hole of this match. It was a pretty easy chip and birdie. I think that was expected that I make that. It was just like flat and a short chip. I mean, it was just easy all around. So a birdie from me, and it looks like a birdie from Chi and M3 Gan. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's supposed to be Megan. But the S4 player and S3 player both parred, so that is good news for me. I'm do hold a 3-point lead over the two players who were probably going to be the most competitive against me, or like give me the most run for my money, you know what I mean?
Nice
So that's good. But I mean, I am tied for first. I don't remember the ranks of the two players I'm tied with. I know Chi was A rank, or She, or whatever. Or maybe it's Chai. You know what? I'm just going to call them C from now on. Don't really feel like bothering with name pronunciation right now. As for this chip, I'm thinking maybe a tad over 3.5.
Nice shot.
Okay. This is the second time I've done that or in 2 games, and that's why the first time I said it's a little bit worrisome. Because if, for whatever reason, I'm just swinging differently right now, or maybe there's something interfering with my Joy-Con in my Switch, and I keep doing that, that is going to cost me games, without a doubt.
Nice approach.
Alright, so I will be taking birdie there, but I really gotta clean that up. I can't be curving my shots at all, ever. And yeah, I'm not surprised there. Well, I'm not surprised there were eagles, but I am surprised there was only one. So X with the clutch eagle. So well done to X taking solo control of first place right now, right after I said there was no chance. He's coming out and proving us wrong, that's for sure.
Nice shot.
It's only 1 point though, so don't get too comfortable. I think the green is going to push us to the left, so I adjusted just a few ticks to the right. I'm going to go a little bit over 2 dots on the wedge, and look to roll right into the hole for a chip and eagle.
Chip in.
And there it is, exactly how I planned it out. A nice 1 bounce and a pretty cool dunk right into the hole. So that is a surefire way to get myself back into first place. X had his 15 seconds of fame there, but I'm going to be pulling out to a 4-point lead over C and M3 with 2 holes left to go. So back on hole 11 here with what looks like some light wind again. It's a bit of a crosswind though, so we'll have to take a look at how strong it is. But in all likelihood, I'm just going to be going into the final, maintaining my 4-point lead.
Nice shot. Nice on.
And not too good of an approach all around, but the putt should be sunk here. Yeah, there it is. So pretty easy birdie on hole 11, to be honest. I didn't quite get the wind right, but it didn't matter in the end. Yeah, so pretty much all birdies there. Zone Ralph with the lone par. Maybe he should give up his golf career and go play zone defense in the NBA or something. Anyway, moving on to hole 6 here for the final hole of the game. So I still have a 4-point lead, which means I do have a bit of a buffer. So if I get a par and either of these players get a birdie, I would still win. I'm not obviously going for a par. I would like to finish this game off in style with a pretty nice birdie on hole 6, which is exactly what I'm going to do.
Nice
So
shot.
pin is on the right, which means we drive to the right. And from here, I think just a little bit under full power on the 5-iron. Add some backspin, hopefully spin my ball a little bit closer to the hole.
Nice shot.
Which I did do, so that was a pretty good approach there. I guess I could have gotten the wind a little bit better, but To be completely honest, I wasn't expecting a chip and eagle there. I know maybe I should be saying something more confident or, I don't know, some believing in myself bullshit, but realistically, I was just looking for a birdie
Nice
there.
birdie.
It's actually not bullshit, the believing in yourself stuff. I don't want to get into some psychological debate here, but your mind is actually really powerful. But anyway, that is a win. That is a 7-point victory over the BMW M3.
Finish.
And I guess that puts me at 2-0 this video. I'm thinking it's going to be a bit more rank. Or obviously it's going to be some more rank because I got first, but how much? Okay, decent amount. I'm about halfway through S6 again. And I'll see you guys in the third game. Well, folks, we are moving on to the third game of the video. We find an S1 player, we find an S0 player, we find 4 A players, and 1 B player. And is it just me, or have we had pretty strong wins this video? Like, the percentage of holes that we've played that have been high or strong wins compared to, like, low wins, I feel like it's relatively high, or just higher than normal.
Nice shot.
Okay, another curve to the, well, to the left this time. Huh. Curved my shot to the left. Missed the hole in one
Nice on.
by moving or by rolling to the left of the hole. Not saying correlation equals causation or whatever that saying is, but a funny coincidence, I would say. Well, a birdie it will be
Nice birdie.
on the first hole of this game. Well, looks like I'm going to be tied for first with Flower, who was the S1 player, and so the 2 highest rated players in the room are the 2 highest ranked on the leaderboard. I never know what to call it. I feel like leaderboard isn't the correct vocabulary. The standings, I guess, is probably an accurate way to describe the freaking lineup of scores, you know?
Nice shot.
So back to hole 3 here for the second time. There's 0 wind. This time, it's not really going to make our eagle chances much easier because we're still going to have to drive onto the fairway.
Nice shot.
Okay, again. Listen, it's not affecting me that much right now, the fact that I'm curving my shots, but listen, when I tell you it can lose you a game, it really can. If you just have that happen on the right shot, or I guess the wrong shot, you could lose the game because of that. Just missed by 1 stroke. Anyway, let's try. Well, what I was gonna say is that you're still gonna be on the fairway for your stroke 3, which is where I am now. So the 0 wind doesn't help you get onto the green or anything to putt for an eagle.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Nice approach. Nice birdie.
Well, pretty much all birdies there. I think I saw 1 par. Yeah, but birdie from me, birdie from Flower, so still tied for first here, going into the semifinals. I'm not surprised. Hole 3, very easy. Hole 2 wasn't the easiest, but it's still, I mean, it still is an easier par 3, so I guess even with strong wind, you would expect a birdie there. So all in all, I'm not surprised that I am tied for first going into the semis. Hole 16 here, 3 shortcut.
Nice shot.
You cannot take the shortcut with wind that is going left to right unless you curve your driver shot, but right to left is fine, tailwind's fine, even if it's a flat headwind. If you have good aim, you can still make it up to, I think honestly, like 20 mile an hour headwind. Now don't go and try this for the first time in an online match. If you get 20 mile an hour headwind, I'm just saying it is possible to make, but you do have to have perfect aim.
Nice approach.
So there's a birdie there from hole 16. And a bogey from Flower. So I'm not sure what happened there. I wasn't really paying attention. She might have gone out of bounds on the shortcut. But listen, if you want to practice hole 16 in the shortcut, do it offline. Don't attempt it online first and risk losing rank. If you jump into offline golf 3 holes and click Classic C, the first hole will always be 16. So you can just keep restarting that. Like just pause, restart to practice the same wind, or just go home and jump into Classic C again.
Nice shot.
Because it's a very easy and quick way to practice hole 16. Nice voice crack there, by the way. I am thinking, well, I don't really know what I'm thinking right now. 3.5 maybe?
Nice shot.
I did add some backspin there. Ooh, I might... Yeah, that was a mistake.
Nice one.
Okay, well, I've been seeing a number of eagles roll in, and so I kind of have to clutch this putt up. Ooh, that was pretty good. Honestly, I left the aim completely straight, and so it was a relatively easy putt. Although, I suppose I did have to, like, calculate the topography, so maybe the planning wasn't too easy, but in the end, it was an easy putt. And good thing I eagled that too, because had I not, Mr. Sauce would have pulled out to a 1-point lead. So, looks like we're saying goodbye to our friend Flower. From first place to eliminated just like that. Listen, this is Nintendo Switch Sports Golf. Literally anything can happen at any time, including me laughing at my competitors, because they are not in first.
Nice shot.
Okay, well,
Nice approach.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would have loved to see that drop in for the hole-in-one. But in terms of the outcome of the game, it doesn't really matter. But just seeing how close that was to a
Nice birdie.
pretty difficult hole-in-one, I'm a little bit disappointed. I would have liked to, I don't know, clutch the 14 points there, you know what I mean? But listen, I haven't felt like, I don't know, all these wins have been, the 3 wins I've had so far have kind of been like 3 wins. And I'm not even saying that in a toxic way, but I just feel like I haven't faced any adversity this video, you know what I mean? I guess I was down by 1 point in the second game, but like, I came back with the chip and eagle literally the very next hole, so it's like it's a holiday or something, and Spocco Square is just giving me free wins. Well, tiny bit of rank, I guess we'll take that. But you know what, let's jump into one more game here, game number 4, and let's just see what happens. Is it going to be another free win? Are we going to lose? Is it going to be a tough win? I mean, who knows? We'll see what the lobby's like before we make any predictions here. And survey says...
Look at this.
Well, survey says free win. You know, the S2 player could play very well. And you know what? I've said this twice this video, but I'm going to say it for a third time. It's Nintendo Switch Sports Golf. Literally anything could happen. I could come last. You might laugh when I say that, but I have gotten eliminated in the first round before. Probably, I don't know, like 5 or 6 times in my career I've came dead last. So it can happen. You never know what's going to happen in a game. If I was a betting man, I would say that... I don't know, I have a 50% chance at winning. That might seem a little high because there's only 8 players, and theoretically you should only have a 12.5% chance at winning. So maybe 50 is a little high. I think 25% chance at winning, though, is pretty fair.
Nice birdie.
I don't know if there are any intense sports bettors out there or any statistics majors in university. You could let me know, because I'm actually kind of interested. I wonder what the odds of me winning would actually be. I actually have thought about, like, if there was live betting on Nintendo Switch Sports Golf, that would be kind of a degenerate thing to do, but it would also be interesting. Maybe on, like, the major tournaments, you know? That would also probably be highly illegal, so... Let's just focus on the golf here. We're on hole 12, we have 6-mile-an-hour crosswind. Let's take a look at the hole placement. One of the more difficult hole placements for sure. Gonna have to go a little bit under full power with backspin here.
Nice shot.
That should be good actually. Might be a little bit light though. Okay, power wasn't actually too bad, but
Nice on.
yeah, it was a little bit light because I landed on the fairway and that bounced me so far to the right. So had I gone a little more power, would have bounced on the green or just on the end of the fairway, and then wouldn't have gotten such an aggressive bounce to the right. But that's fine. Easy birdie putt there for a nice 14 points. So I haven't really been paying attention to the scores this game or the shots of any other players. Okay, so it looks like I'll be going up to a 4-point lead after second hole. So it's looking more and more like a free win, to be honest. And, well, yeah, hole 1. So probably going to be a 4-point lead after this hole as well.
Nice shot.
I don't actually know the exact power here if I want to get the chip and eagle.
Nice shot.
Ooh, okay, well, power didn't even matter in the end because my wind adjustment... Listen, it's a common theme on this channel. This is nothing new. I am really, really bad at adjusting for the wind in this game.
Nice approach.
And I will be leaving that fairway putt short and settling for a par.
Nice par.
Well, isn't that funny? Even though I got a par, I still hold a 4-point lead. I tried to give everybody a chance. I tried to give myself a challenge. Spocco Square, they just, I don't know. It's like a discount this weekend. Free wins for everyone. Well, everyone except the players in my lobby. It's free losses for those guys.
Nice
So the headwind should carry me a little bit here. Which it does. But a little bit too much, actually.
Nice on.
But it doesn't matter. It's hole 2. Putting is pretty easy on this hole. And yeah, I don't really know what to say. I mean, this game has just been smooth sailing. It's been a quick game, actually, which you might not notice because I cut out like all of the loading and waiting. But real time, it's been a quick game. It's been a smooth 4-point lead still going into the finals. I mean, yeah, like once again, if we end up in a birdie par situation, I'll still win by 1 point, which I'm not going to be going for. I will be making sure I get the birdie here. And with this wind, I don't think anybody is going to get the chip-in eagle, which is the only way they could tie for first and bring it to a closest to the pin.
Nice shot.
But, well, I'm not going to say it again, but you know what I'm going to say. Hint, anything can happen.
Nice shot.
Well, wedge definitely not going to be enough here, so I will club up to a 9 and go. I guess I'll have to go a little bit over 2.5.
Nice approach.
And another curved shot. Would you look at that?
Nice
It's
birdie.
too easy. It really is too easy. I say as I'm in a lobby full of B and C players, so that literally means nothing. That was another win. It was another 50-point performance and another 4-point lead, but it's not going to be a lot of rank here, so I guess there's kind of a push and pull. You get a free win, but you don't get a lot of rank, which is fair. We wouldn't, I mean, Nintendo's not going to give out free infinity ranks, you know what I mean? Unless you cloud save. Hey, rank is rank. But listen, that's enough free wins for one day. If you enjoyed the video, do hit the like button, and I will see everybody in the next video.